You're a player in the orchestra. You've a volunteer here at the kind of Spark community space. So what was your thinking about nominating this particular charity for the orchestra to raise money for?
It was a really good combination of both of my passions and hobbies. I've been in the orchestra for 17 years and I've been volunteering here at Spark on Saturdays for the last 3 years. I know we've raised a lot of money for great charities and this is fantastically one. So that was my reason for suggesting it. It's such a positive space. There really is a buzz every time you come in and there's something for everyone, whether you want a cup of tea or someone to talk to or to play some games or do some class. It's a lovely place, lovely team, very friendly, and I really enjoy both of my hobbies.
In March, the orchestra put on a concert to raise funds for Spark. Here's a snippet from it, featuring Brahms' Academic Festival Overture.
So my name's Claire, so I'm the volunteer coordinator in Spark Community Space. I look after all the volunteers here.
Okay, so Claire, can you tell us a little bit about the Spark community space? How did it come about and what do you do here?
So Vicky founded Spark during lockdown, started it online. Obviously, I think we all felt a bit lonely and isolated during that time. I think it was a difficult time for everybody. And also, Becky comes from the background, where at one point in her life she felt less than, and she didn't like, when other people feel a bit less than because they, maybe have difficulties in their life. And so Spark really does make people spark back into life, especially if they're socially isolated at home. Maybe they're sat there thinking, I'd love to go to a place where I can chat to people, have a cup of tea, a piece of cake and a toastie, but I can't afford to. Well, come to Spark on a Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday from 11 till 2 and it's pay what you can afford. And, it just removes that barrier of being able to afford it, and they can come in and just really connect with people.
And where exactly is the Spark community space?
So we're at the Pompey Centre. It's exactly where the Pompey shop used to be. Mm-hmm. And so you can find us opposite the Ibis Hotel and on the other side opposite Subway. And so very easy to get to.
And in terms of the orchestra, which has done this concert, which has raised £510 for you, I mean, what's your message to the orchestra for that? And also, what will you be doing with the money?
So that's just amazing. That really does make a big difference to what Spark does. That helps us fund those toasties, that cake, the tea and coffee. It just goes towards making a real difference in our community. In Portsmouth, there's a lot of lonely people. Portsmouth is kind of like an overpopulated city and it can feel quite overwhelming. And so it just gives people that chance to come in. We have a lady that comes in and does singing once a month. So, it helps us fund that. A lady that does armchair movement, again, that helps fund that. And we've got so many projects on the go. We've got Spark on the go where we go to different festivals and different things and do to our toasties. And now we've just got into doing waffles. So again, it funds that so we can do Spark on the go and take, so it's not just limited to our community space. We can take it on the road.
Fantastic. Lovely. Claire, thank you very much.